As of December the 6th, you set a tone that gave people hope that they could be a part of this great stage of growth that is happening in the city of Portland. Director Warner, in his brief statements at the prayer breakfast for Martin Luther King birthday, he stated that there's a new face for PDC. You've gotten excitement in the community. People are believing again. People are talking. We have an opportunity to get the best of all of us. We have labor, we have developers, we have contractors, we have small businesses, minority groups being face to face and having discussions, groups that have not talked before. They believe in what Director Warner has stated, the new face of PDC. But you are the ones that set the tone because you write the history. You set the policies and set the mandate. The question, will we move forward at a fast pace or will we slow down? Will we allow the people to get their hopes up and then be dampened because of in-house policies that people are moving too slow on and not being aggressive in the process that you've given them? The issue to the people of saying, is PDC an entity that deals with just big downtown developers, or are they going to spread the wealth on the east side of the river? The common ground that we found is that it's not just a race issue. It is a small business issue. Small businesses are hurting across the board. They want to know, can they have a new district like you did with the big money, as they call it, in the Pearl District, and look at their district and call it the Diamond District, and look at an area where we can all grow and everybody can be a part of it. The demographic changes that are happening in PDC in this area is going to have a great impact on the future. They are concerned. When I say they, I'm talking about small businesses, racial minorities, women who are all in the growth process and want to grow in business. Will they be able to be a part of that concept and that dream? You are visionaries because you set the dreams for people who are not yet born and do not yet see the sunrise. If you don't set the tone, then we don't have a tone. And the issue that we are faced with now, small businesses saying, will you make sure that I have money, an opportunity to apply to develop my business up and down the Martin Luther King corridor, Vancouver Avenue corridor, Williams Avenue? We've talked to people from Hawthorne to St. John's, and the message is the same in small business. Will I truly have a chance to be heard? The issue is very simple. PDC must move to a higher principle, that suffering for truth is not a pain, but a celebration. We must understand that the growth process is painful. People will step on each other's toes. Let's don't worry about that. We will have disagreements. But one thing that the head of Hoffman said in his presentation on the 6th, that everyone should come to the table and lay out the ground rules. This is the time to move fast on that and lay out the ground rules. Who can produce? We don't have time for tokens now. We need champions. If tokens alone will not do it, you cannot find a black face, a red face, a yellow face, put them on the stage and they don't know their way in boxcar letters. That's an insult to people who want to be in the mainstream. What we have to do is find the best of all of us and put them on the stage and let it be successful. That's what is expected out of PDC. Believe it or not, what you did on December the 6th set a tone that hasn't been echoed any place else in this city as profoundly as you did it in regarding the hopes of all businesses, that you are really serious because you are making it a part of the policy and the framework of this organization. What they are asking for is lay out the boundaries, how everybody will play. What are the ground rules? Do not lower standards but be open in your policies to allow those who haven't had an opportunity to come to the stage. One of the issues is very clear. You have people who you give them enough to hang themselves and not enough to grow. And if you know that companies cannot produce, do not give them the money. If you know they can't grow, do not give them the loans. They're saying, make it real. Don't be phony with it. Bring us to the table so we can be successful and lay out what we can do, what we can't do, in definite timetables. What has happened in the past, the majority community has said it, and the communities of color have said it. Too many times, persons of color who can't produce are put on the main stage and made an insult to the rest of us who can produce, who can't get to the stage because incompetence has been the picture put on us, and they resent it. Do not allow it anymore and bring excellence to the table, the best of everybody in the city. You talk about the trades. The trades need people who are apprentice, who are journey persons, who can do the job, who can measure, who can count, who know what it is when you're doing measurement. It is an exact science. You cannot have people who cannot read, cannot write, and just be a face on the job. That's an insult to the people who want to be on the main stage. PDC is now the hope. You are the beacon light because you've stated it. There is a new face. The issue is now, what will you truly do? Will it be just rhetoric or will it be substance? We have an opportunity, and the people are asking, the majority communities, the minority communities are asking to come together as they talk about the corridors from Hawthorne to St. John's. Let's see where we can come as a common bond. If a small business, you say you need $1 million projects and larger, let us build an umbrella so small business who have a common interest can come together and make that a $5 million, $10 million entity so they can really develop something that will bring new life into that area. What can be done is you grow the incubator of hope to small businesses. You have the talent, you have the skill, you have the will to take people and develop them in a way that they can produce in the future. You are visionaries for the future, not today only, but many years out, 20, 30 years out. The concern for small businesses, people of color, where will they be in that process? As we look at Inner Northeast, the question is very simple. How much money, when will it be spent across the board on the even keel? We've talked to many businesses up and down Martin Luther King. And I say businesses, not just African American, but businesses are saying we are hurting, we don't have access. What can we do to excite our area so we can develop our properties? People who've invested are hanging around with a noose around their neck because they can't grow, and they're concerned about it. The issue with labor, it is the time now that labor wants to expand because they know they have 4 people retiring and only 1 coming back in. They need people who are skilled. They want everybody to come to the table with the best of talent so we can grow. Developers want to know when they invest, who and what does it bring to the new growth, that being the east side of the river. Are we taking just the big boys game who controls all the wealth downtown, or we are truly a diverse expansion of growth for the city? If that's the case, you have a lot of soldiers that want to be on your team. PDC can do it, they believe it, and you've done a great thing. Do not put people in a position to their hopes be dampened now that you've given them excitement to believe. What happened, whether you believe it or not, but it's a fact across the board. There is more excitement, more questions being asked about PDC than any time that I've been in this city. And I've been on the other side fighting against PDC on many issues. And all of those who were in that parade now want to unify and move forward. The question that people are concerned, will it be a 10-day hike and everything be forgotten, or will it be a part of the fabric for continuum in the future? In that process, Harold, too, will give you some of the statements that were made in the businesses, and I will say this. It is important that we know that PDC is the greatest entity of change in the city. You deal with housing, you deal with economic development, you deal with futuristic planning. If that is not the tone and the breath of any community that gives it hope, I don't know what is. And if you fail on this process where those who believe now, who have been disenfranchised, cannot come to the table, then we've done a greater sin to give people hope and then dash them. The question now, we are a great organization, you are great leaders, and I thank you for the time that you invested. Let's make the dream a reality. Thank you.
Good morning, board, director. My name is Harold Williams, too. And the community, and I say the community because we're not going to talk about majority versus minority or contractor versus developer right now. We're going to talk about everybody. And pretty much everybody is on that survival thing. People are wondering, how are they going to make it? I don't care if we're talking about the West Hills, Lake Oswego, Hawthorne, Alameda, and everywhere else in between. People are wondering, how are they going to keep the lights on? Period. They don't care. And the east side is the one that's hollering the most. And people on the west side who have invested in the east side and are waiting for these monies and these funds to come through so they can tap into, so they can start seeing a return on their investment. Either is it the Kenton District with Denver, Martin Luther King, Foster, 82nd, so on and so forth. They want to know, and they also want to know, is this for real? They have never seen anybody go out and what? What do you want? And then they get to see on TV us relaying it to you the way they said it. Same passion. It started off on, I start off in my interviews 30-minute blocks. Now they're turning into 2-hour blocks because people are venting. They feel like they have a connection. And they saying, okay, what's the next move? We put together an outreach plan to tap into the schools, to get into the coffee shops, to go to the churches. Not asking people to come to us as PDC, but to go to where the people are. In a casual, mixer-type setting. Have people from PDC present, are there to hand out cards and to put people in the right direction. At churches, have focus on small business loans, focus on home ownership and career pathing, and go from there. That's what we plan on doing to give back. They want to see now. I had a man, he built his business up and the new clientele, guess what? People start coming over the fence, taking his new tools, killing his business. He went from, in 3 months, 18 employees to 2. In 3 months. He needs help. He's about to get hit up for a balloon payment because he's been in the rears. He's about to lose everything. We're not talking about come back in 18 months, and we're talking about people who are crying, who are bleeding for change. Those are the things that, matter of fact, the jazz community was like, okay, there's a strong jazz community in Portland, but we want to go back to where it really was. We want to go back to the east side. We want to go back to the Williams and Vancouver corridor. When James Brown used to come to town, he used to walk up and down these streets. They want to know about, when do we get to go back home? Period. They also asking, they calling out the community newspapers. Why don't they focus more on business. Where are they? We're having these conversations. Where's Adidas? They're not at the table. Emmanuel Hospital's not at the table. No, Rose Garden's not at the table. They don't even have buy-in in the community that they are placed. And what is PDC promoting those relationships and getting and building those relationships with those entities? People are wondering why. Because these places, this is what they're saying. The employees come in, but they don't do business in the community. They don't go outside for lunch. They go to the cafeteria. And they get back on I-5 and go home. How do we tap into those people? And they look at PDC making the bold statement that we've done to lead the charge. Nobody wants to hear about, well, he's getting it and you're not, and he's the reason why. Everybody's hurting now. Everybody is hurting. Doesn't matter what race, color, creed. That's not where we are. But that's what the community is saying. We put together a plan. Mr. Jackley, he's like, let's go. And I'm proud to be a part of this, because when you have people who are willing to open up and share it and believe in you that you can get it done, it's nothing like it in the world.